Hey babe, I need to be completely honest with you, and I want every word to land like a promise pressed to your palm, steady, warm, unshakable. Lately, my chest has felt like a house with the lights on, curtains wide, secrets parading across every window. Why? Because my family finally realized the magnitude of us, the gravity your smile has on my orbit, the way your name is a sunrise to my midnight thoughts. They've known about you for a while, but now they know you're the steady drumbeat beneath every choice I make, and that revelation unsettled every blueprint they drafted for my future. In their story of my life, I was supposed to follow a map edged by generations. Familiar traditions, predictable checkpoints, comfort zones paved in what ifs and just in case. Then you crashed through like comets do, fiery, beautiful, rewriting constellations. And suddenly their old cartography looks obsolete. They're wrestling with the dissonance between expectation and reality, babe, and it's loud. Their inner voices keep replaying the same alarm. What if this love deters him into hardship? What if the world isn't kind? What if different really means dangerous? The unknown scares them, so they try to shrink it, label it, fit it inside safer boundaries. Some days their concern spills out as awkward silences. Other days it erupts as unsolicited advice disguised as parental wisdom. But beneath the sighs, the side eyes, the drawn-out phone calls, there's something raw and kinder. They're terrified of losing the boy they raised to the man who keeps choosing his own coordinates. That fear isn't about your worth. It's about their worry that life might bruise me harder because I refuse to color inside their lines. I've spent long nights decoding their hesitation. I sat with my mom at the kitchen table, her fingers circling a mug that went cold while she searched for gentle phrasing. She told me she's afraid I'll have to fight twice as hard for acceptance, for stability, for peace. My dad cleared his throat the way he does when emotion tangles his words. He said he only wants a future where love feels like a tailwind, not a thunderstorm we keep outrunning. I heard them, babe. I heard the cracked edges, the trembling hope behind the stubborn doubts. Love makes them protective. The same instinct that once kept me from touching hot surfaces is now trying to keep me from stepping into unknown fires. But what they don't fully grasp, at least not yet, is that you are not a wildfire destined to consume me. You're the hearth, warmth in winter, light in blackout moments, gentle crackling laughter floating through a room that once echoed with loneliness. You aren't chaos. You're clarity. I feel more me beside you than I ever did inside their safest designs. With you, honest conversation isn't a risk. It's a relief. With you, vulnerability doesn't taste like surrender. It tastes like freedom. So yes, their anxieties swirl around our relationship, but they cannot eclipse the fact that every day I choose you on purpose, deliberately, joyfully, and without apology. I want you to know I'm not blind to what this tension does to your heart. I've seen the flicker of doubt behind your eyes when I come back from family dinners quieter than I left. I recognize the way your shoulders tighten when my phone lights up with yet another "we need to talk" text. Please hear me. You are not a burden, not a wedge, not an obstacle I'm trying to navigate. You are the destination. Whatever storms we sail through, my hands are on the wheel because I'm steering towards us. Let me paint the bigger picture. When I introduced you, my family's timeline sped up overnight. They suddenly pictured holidays where traditions feel different, where extended relatives might ask intrusive questions, where cultural or generational misunderstandings could spark discomfort. They're terrified those potential frictions will chip away at my peace. I get it. They carried me through scraped knees, exam nerves, heartbreak #1, #2, and #3. The thought of new variables, of different food on the table, different music in the living room, different ways of measuring joy, feels like shifting tectonic plates beneath the foundation they've built. But love, we were never meant to live in museums. We're alive, evolving, rebellious in the best sense. Our love is a living language, teaching them new metaphors for family. Yes, they will grieve the dream they drafted, but grief can be a doorway if we let sunlight pour through. Every conversation, every shared meal, every awkward laugh that turns into a genuine one will soften their fear. And I promise I'll guide those moments gently, honoring their history, while fiercely protecting our present. You might ask, how long will it take? I can't wrap a timeline in a bow. Process isn't linear. It spirals, doubles back, springs forward again. Progress might look like my dad asking about your day instead of asking if I'm sure about us. It might look like my mom saving a slice of dessert she knows you love. Small shifts, yes, but seismic in meaning. And each step will be built on my unwavering stance. I choose you, I value you, and I refuse to treat our love like a phase waiting to expire. In return, I ask for patience, not the passive kind that waits in silence, but the active kind that grows roots while storms rage overhead. Hold my hand when their words sting. Trust me when I say your worth isn't up for debate. Let's keep talking, even when fatigue tempts us into quiet corners. Let's keep celebrating our wins. Every shared laugh with my sister, every movie night that ends in my brother quoting your favorite line, every family photo where you stand beside me without shrinking. These victories will become the new normal. I also promise to draw boundaries where love demands them. If conversations become disrespectful, I'll pause them. If invitations come with conditions that belittle us, we'll decline graciously. Compromise does not mean erasing our truth. We can honor my family without dishonoring each other. Healthy love refuses to negotiate its own validity, and ours is nothing short of sacred. Babe, I dream of future gatherings where our story becomes a legend told in warm tones. Remember when we worried? Look at them now, stronger, brighter, rewriting the very definition of meant to be. I imagine children or nieces and nephews running around tables laden with your recipes, and my family's favorite dishes, fusing aromas into one mouth-watering legacy. I picture holidays where laughter from both sides braids together into a single, unstoppable chorus. We're going to build a mosaic out of all these fragments, every fear, every triumph, every lesson, and it will glimmer under the light of our relentless hope. As we journey there, let's celebrate the progress we already own. The way you comforted my mom when her anxiety peaked, reminding her gently that loving me does not require losing me. The way my dad's stern demeanor cracked into a grin when you challenged him to a game of chess and won, leaving him half annoyed, half impressed. The way my cousins send memes to the group chat that only you truly understand because your humor expanded their lexicon of joy. That's not coincidence. That's commitment manifesting in micro moments. Here's the secret. Love isn't just feelings. It's logistics. It's showing up at Sunday lunch, even when the conversation might feel like navigating a minefield. It's learning each other's childhood stories so we can explain our quirks without apology. It's sitting through those awkward family photos linked arm in arm, signaling to the camera and everyone behind it that we are united. When we stack those practical choices, they become a fortress. Inside that fortress, our laughter rings loud. Outside, fear slowly loses its echo. But I'd be lying if I said I never feel the tremor of doubt. Some evenings, after the hugs and goodbyes, I replay every comment, measuring tone and subtext. Did my uncle's joke carry a hidden jab? Did my aunt's compliment contain a caveat? Those nights, you tuck me beneath your heartbeat, and the steadiness reminds me why the fight for understanding is worth it. Where fear speaks in hypotheticals, Your presence speaks in proof. We are living evidence that two souls can meet at wildly different crossroads and still chart a single, beautiful path forward. So here is my vow, spoken in 1800 words of earnest devotion. I will keep choosing you, day after uncertain day, until my family's doubts dissolve in the undeniable glow of our happiness. I will stand between careless remarks and your sacred worth, shielding you with truth and tenderness. I will champion our story, the raw parts, the radiant parts, because authenticity is the most contagious miracle. And when the world outside our apartment window gets loud, we'll build a sanctuary inside. Candles flickering on the coffee table, playlists humming through the speakers, 2 mugs of tea cooling beside discarded socks and secondhand paperbacks. We'll remind ourselves that home is not four walls, but the space between every heartbeat we share. Eventually, my family will see that too, that you are synonymous with my laughter, my calm, my relentless optimism. They'll understand that silencing your laughter would be like shutting down my lungs. I hope that in reading this, you feel the trembling certainty of my love. Yes, certainty can tremble. It's allowed to shake under the weight of sincerity. I hope you sense hands cupped around a flame, protecting it from wind. Because that's what this confession is. A vow to guard us while the outside world figures itself out. We're not asking anyone to abandon their history. We're inviting them to add chapters, to let our plot twist enrich the saga. Storybooks get better when new heroes enter the scene. Let me end the way I began, honest and unfiltered. I love you more fiercely than yesterday, and yesterday I loved you more fiercely than I believed possible. If my family needs time to recalibrate their hopes, so be it. Time will witness our devotion and testify on our behalf. We are here, we are real, and we are unstoppable. So my heart, stand tall, breathe deep, and shine. We're rewriting futures in cursive letters of compassion and resolution. And when the dust settles, when the last skeptical eyebrow relaxes into approval, we'll look back at these growing pains with gratitude. They'll be proof that our roots plunged deep, not despite resistance, but because of it. If this message resonated, if you feel the pulse of possibility thrumming in your own chest, like this video and type 333 to claim this, to claim courage, to claim love that won't flinch, to claim a tomorrow so bright that even doubt has to wear sunglasses. Here's to us, babe. Here's to every family photo where we stand front and center, hands clasped, hearts aligned, proving that meant to be isn't a myth. It's the masterpiece we create, together, every single day.